What's going on, guys? Wasabi gangsters. I'm here every Friday. And I have my Darth Revan lightsaber, of course, on top of this beautiful Empire of the Damned copy. That's my tripod, and that's just how life is moving. Phone's moving. Okay, I think we're good. Okay, let me wrap up this week of reading. I finished up Imperium 2 days ago. Incredible book. From beginning to end, there are some gems in here, specifically at the end, as far as like quotes. And I can read them without spoiling anything. The art of life is to deal with problems as they arise, rather than destroy one's spirit by worrying about them too far in advance. It's little things like that, little gems written along the way, as spoken by Cicero in this book. This is historical fiction, again, recommended to me by Library of Alexandria, and I loved it. This moved into my top 10. It's not very long. It does have a lot of words per page, as a warning, but each paragraph you just kind of want to. It's so easy to burn through. The prose is written beautifully. It's an excellent book. Excellent book. I love historical fiction, so I guess I should have expected to like this. And then this is my first experience. I really reading something about this period of Rome. So that was a really nice, pleasant surprise. I finished up the Exile. I returned it on Kindle Unlimited, so I don't have the photo. I also have my hardcovers back in New Jersey. And I could have gotten it, celebrated my birthday this weekend, just turned 30. But I don't have all my books here, so that kind of sucks. But yeah, finished with the Exile. Again, I think I was saying it in last week's video. It is probably my favorite Bound and the Broken installment to date. And simply because the character of Dane is just so interesting, and it was a very cool backstory. I loved it. I loved the tie-in at the end of it, and it has me looking forward to Of War and Ruin, which I'll probably pick up in October, more than likely, somewhere around there, either September or October. I'll pick up Of War and Ruin, simply because those books are just actually pretty quick to beam through, but I think I have a couple of books, either Pillars of the Earth or Midnight Tides, likely Midnight Tides, ahead of War and Ruin as far as fantasy, big fantasy is concerned. So currently I'm reading Tales of the Sun Eater Volume 2. I finished up Volume 1 last week. I'm about 65% of the way through this, and I'm, again, loving them so far. I love the universe of the Sun Eater. I love Ruocchio's writing. It's even his short stories. To see, I just read a Valka perspective one last night. It's so enthralling. Everything about Ruocchio's writing is appealing to me. I just finished the prologue for Riven Earth. It is a riveting beginning. I'm very excited to see where this is going. Again, I love the cover art here by Andrew Molesky, and I'm looking forward to reading this. It's not super long, like a 400 pager. It seemed, as far as the prologue was concerned, and the pages that it seemed really smooth to get through, if that makes sense. So I'm excited to pick this back up and read it. I am 15% through Empire of the Vampire. I'm reading it on my Kindle. And I am really enjoying this so far. The chapters are very short and it's indigestible. It's really nice, actually, to read through, which makes you think about your writing. You're like, oh wow, why do I have such long chapters? But this is a wonderful book, and I plan on still doing one chapter a night right now. That's like adjusted here and there, simply because I fall into it, and they're so, again, really smooth, really easy to read. The prose is incredible. The story is riveting. Love all of it. So I may or may not increase that to 1 or 2 chapters a day, simply just because I'm enjoying it, and I'm also reading it with my girlfriend, but we'll see if she likes it, which I think she does currently. Berserk, Volume 2. I haven't gotten past the Nosferatu stuff yet. I actually didn't pick it up this week. I'm very slowly going through these. I know for the most part, I'm going slowly through these simply because this is like, each one of these volumes is I say investment. Like, they're pretty expensive. Like, to buy one of these a month is pretty reasonable until I get caught up. But as far as like my ability to read them, I don't want to get too far ahead of myself. And then I'm trying to pace, which sounds silly because it actually is something that is very easy to binge. It's so enjoyable. I'm getting to know Gus a little bit more. I'm getting to know Griffith and where he's at more. Again, I said this last week, but we just met Nosferatu, I'm assuming for the very first time. So it's very cool. And I'm very much looking forward to continuing that. And it is my only manga experience so far. If you guys have any suggestions below as far as when I'm done with Berserk, I've been told Vagabond was good. I also want to get into the Vinland Saga. I watched the first 2 seasons on Netflix, so I think that's something that I would enjoy very much so. Even to go back and get through that first volume, which I guess made up the first season of the series. So that's something that I'd be looking forward to as well. And then I picked up the only one book this week, The Failures by Benjamin Lyer. After I finish Riven Earth, this will likely be my next physical read. And I'm looking forward to reading it. I've seen a lot of good things about this. And I also have Mercy of the Gods coming in, so I'll probably rock, paper, scissors to see which one I read first, but I'm thinking The Failures by Benjamin Lyer is going to be next on my TBR for a physical book. I might split Riven Earth and that with one short 200-page book of the Dread Empire, because I really want to get into that as well. So I might just read the first prequel of that. I'll get the title for that of that for you next week. Hopefully when I finished either Riven Earth, I'll probably finish the Tales of the Sun Eater by next week, and we'll just see where I'm at. And please leave down below what you're reading currently, your recommendations, anything that is interesting to you. Just tell me what you like. Tell me what stories you enjoy, and we can talk about it. And then also, I'm about to get into my writing, which I'm sure more people click on these videos to listen to what I'm reading. So don't worry about clicking off. Just go ahead and do that. And then I'm about to talk about my writing. So 3, 2, 1, here we go. So I am done with the first third of the novel. I say first third because I'm 85,000 words in, which puts me about 1,000 words a day since I started the second book. The first book, I actually cut out roughly 6,000 words that I'm going to separate and put into a prequel novella. And I have 221,000 words in book 1, which I have sent out to a total of 5 beta readers. And I'm expecting feedback in September, roughly, from at least 4 of those, and as far as their timelines that they gave me. And I'm pretty excited to continue with that. I reached out to Andrew Molesky, who actually did this cover. The cover I'm looking for is a little bit, this is beautiful, but the cover I'm looking for is a little bit more in the vein of like a Ryan Cahill, like that Bound of the Broken kind of aspect. So I might be, overstretching myself here, but we'll see. I love Andrew Molesky's artwork, and I'm looking forward to seeing what we come up with, and really what he comes up with. But it's exciting. It's an exciting part of the journey. Got some beta readers, looking at some cover art, talking more to my sister about a process of which we'll be getting kind of inside interior art pieces that are not so much art pieces and more so kind of sketches, similar to what Zammar Ahmer, which I'm saying, hope I'm saying right every time I don't say it right. He has these. Let me highlight these because these are fantastic. I think he drew these, if I'm not mistaken. I'm just not artistically gifted, so something along in the vein of this is very appealing to me. Like, I love the little sketch drawings. It helps me kind of get into the world a little bit more, which is very, very cool, and I'm very excited to have my sister, who's an artist as well, work on something similar for me and for the Mercy series. So that is my talk of the week for reading and writing. Leave down below if you are reading or if you are writing. I'm happy to converse over any of those things. Other than that, guys, I will see you next Friday.